I'm very excited to be sharing this video with you today. I am finally sharing my mermaid pocket letter that I made for my new crafty friend. MrsEvally is her name on Instagram and here on YouTube. I will be sure to link her accounts down below, but we did a pocket letter swap and I haven't gotten hers yet, but hopefully I get it today. But this is the one I shared with her, and she has a video of her unboxing it or whatever, opening it up. So I will definitely link that below also. But make sure you go check out her channel and her Instagram account and her video. So of course I started off this pocket letter like I'd start off any pocket letter. I just cut out my 12x12 scrapbook paper to measure 2.5 by 3.5 rectangles and just put them all lined up into the pocket sleeve so I could decorate them. The paper I'm using for the mermaid and the rainbow stuff is from Michaels. It is a hot buy paper pad. I think it's called something like Magical or something like that, but it's the one with the mermaids and the unicorns in it, and if you can get it, make sure you do because it is so cute and I love it. That silver paper that I used as the backing is actually from a Christmas paper pad I got maybe 2 Christmases ago, I think, but it was just a whole paper pad of different metallic, like crinkled sheets of paper, but I'm sure you could find something similar in the craft store. Just keep your eye open. Right here I'm assembling my what's going to be my shaker pocket. I just cut out this little like journaling card or whatever you want to call them from the paper pad, and I glued it on there. It says, "Let's stop being adults and let's be mermaids instead," and I really thought that was cute, so I just glued that down, and then I'm adding some seashells along to the bottom of that, and then I'm going to be putting it into that middle pocket and making it a shaker. I'm really sad because if you go watch her video, when she opened up the package, all of the little beads I put into this shaker pocket kind of spilled out in her package, and it was kind of sad, but I'm still learning how to use the fuse tool, and I have been trying to use tape to cover up my mistakes, and it's not really working, so hopefully I get better. I did just buy some like Project Life pockets to play around with, and maybe that'll help me out. Here I'm using lamination sheets. I actually got these from the dollar store. You could also use packing tape, it would work fine, or even scotch tape, whatever, it doesn't really matter, you just have to use more of it. And I'm using this because I wanted the sequins to kind of flow freely and not get stuck on any of the paper, like the seashells or anything like that, and I didn't want them to get stuck behind it. So I'm just using that to make sure everything's smooth and pressed down. Here's where I'm filling up my shaker pocket. I have some sequins. I think I ended up using purple, pink, and green, and then I also used some small green beads in there. I just tried to use the colors that were on that rainbow piece of paper that's used as the backing, just to make sure that everything kind of went together. I'm also using some Walmart glitter just to stick into there with that as well. It's silver, and then I think I have an iridescent one as well, and I was kind of having a hard time filling it in. So if you can find these tiny spoons, I got mine at my grocery store, but you can find them anywhere. If you find these tiny spoons, they definitely help filling with sequins a lot better. You could totally fill the back of your shaker pocket if you wanted to. I decided not to. I don't know really why, but it's up to you if you want to fill the back or not. Here's where I'm using my fuse tool to fuse up the seal, and I, like I said, was having a hard time doing it, but I tried my best, and I did use some clear tape to be sure that it wouldn't pop open, but I guess that didn't work. But it's all about the practice, right? If you're not good at something, just keep practicing till you are. See how many pieces of tape I put on there, and I fused it shut. I'm a little upset that that broke open. That shouldn't have happened. On, I'm decorating these 2 pockets to kind of go together like they're one, and I just added on this die cut. I cut it out of my Cricut when I had it. I recently sold it, but it's just a scrolly edge, I don't really know, and I just put that over the 2 pages and then cut it apart so they like if you put them together it was one image. This is another piece from that cut apart, the same cut apart that I cut out the backing thing I used for my shaker card, and it's, I think it says "We eat glitter for breakfast" or something like that. I don't know, I just cut that out, and then I'm going to be attaching that to the outside of the pocket letter, and then on the tops of those cards I'm just adding some sticky ribbon across it. before I add that little die cut on the outside of my pocket letter, I'm just going in with some random shapes I have, like hearts, there's scallop circles, and I think I do add some washi tape as well, just to kind of create a little bit more of like a center around that piece before I just tape it down, because both pieces are pink, so I didn't want it to like blend it. I wanted it to stick out, and those pieces kind of help do that. I'm using my hot glue gun to glue on those little like gems. I used a lot of them and I gave her a lot of them. I have a huge tub of them and I really like using those gems on pretty much everything. Instead of using foam tape to bump up that image, I just used a foam letter I had. It works the same and it doesn't really matter, you can't see it anyways. I'm just repositioning that washi tape to make sure that you can see it behind the image. I didn't want it to be hidden and I just had to move it around a little bit. On this next card, I'm just adding this yellow tag I got from the Target dollar spot a while ago, or maybe I got that at Michael's, I'm not really sure, but I have a bunch of them, and then I'm using some foam letters that have glitter on them to just write the word hi. When I think of mermaids, I think of a lot of different things, like Ariel, she has a bunch of different things she collects, so I added on this little acrylic, or I always mess up what those things are called, and I always ask you guys for your help. I don't know what they're called, but kind of like an acrylic ring, and then I'm adding on another mermaid. And throughout this whole pocket letter, I do add on, well, some of these stars and then a bunch of different little things, and then I made like a pocket full of like random bits and bobs, I called them, and I just filled them up because they remind me of mermaids and I thought it fit the theme. On this next card here, I'm adding on a wooden word that says create, and I add on some washi tape behind that just to give it a little bit of a base. And then these stars are from the Target dollar spot. I think it was in a Valentine's Day pack, but they're just hollow stars, and I added those on there as well, along with some silver like rickrack trim. And of course, like I said, I'm adding on some more of those gems. This next pocket here I had a lot of fun with. I added on this tag. It's just like a lace tag my Aunt Nancy sent me, but I added on that tag, and then I added on this piece that I cut out. I think it says something like "you are amazing" or something like that. I don't know, I can't really see it, and then I added on some silver trim, just kind of like floating around like it was in the water, and like it kind of just like popped up. Can you imagine like a movie screen of like this little image just popping up with like maybe like a necklace or something behind it, and then the title of the movie right there in front of it. I don't know, I thought it fit, and I just added that on behind it. I added on this heart that came from the same pack as those hollow stars, and then I added on another heart that I punched out a while ago. And of course, don't forget, I had to add on some more of those gems, of course. Here I'm adding a shaker sticker onto the outside of this pocket letter. I thought it looked really cute and it went along with the shaker pocket right next to it. So I just added that on the front of the pocket, and then behind that I added on some tulle that I scrunched up and then put some more of those gems across the top. Like it kind of like, I don't know, like I'm thinking of something like stretched across something like ruching or ruffles or something like that on a dress. I thought it was pretty. On this card up in the corner, I'm cutting out this mermaid little plaque, I guess you could call it, and I'm sticking that onto the card. I thought she was really pretty, and that hollow piece that I cut out from around her, I saved so I could punch out or die cut little shapes from it. Always save all of your scraps, even if they're ugly, save them because you never know when you're going to need a scrap of paper, and you don't want to pull out a whole fresh sheet of paper just to use a tiny little piece. Onto this mermaid, I also added a scallop circle and then a heart again, and then some of those little star gems. Oh wait, that's not a scallop circle, that's actually a little embellishment that my Nancy made me. It's a circle with a pink phone on it. On this card here, I added on some white sparkly paper, and then I didn't end up adding that frame. I added on a bottle cap embellishment that I made a long time ago for a Halloween costume. We were Crush bottles, and we put this onto a headband and just wore it, kind of like because we were a Crush can, like the orange drink, you know? And I just added on one of those hollow hearts to the top, and then an orange heart, and then some more stars just to decorate it a little bit. I was trying to find something else to add to the back of that, and I finally just decided to add on some of this washi tape. And with that, this pocket letter is done. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm so thankful that I was able to send it out and have somebody enjoy it, and I hope to get her soon, and I will definitely make a video when it comes in. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you MrsEvally for choosing to swap with me. I had a lot of fun, and I'm thankful for you. But this is the pocket letter finished, and then I have a picture of the back just so you guys can see how I filled it up. But if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below, or click my face to subscribe, and then also click my last video and watch that. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.